Hey crafty friends, welcome back to my channel. I have a lot of fun Easter crafts to share with you in today's video. We got a lot of Cricut crafts, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, first thing is first, we're gonna make a really cute sign. This sign is, or this blank here is from Michael's. These little bunnies, they're from Amazon, and you can make them as garland or whatever. And then I also went ahead and cut out some of my cardstock. I'll be sure to list that in the description. This is Carta, and there's a little bit of texture on there. Carta's cardstock always has that really texture on their cardstock, and I actually went ahead and I have a video that will be coming out soon, but I went ahead, I did not fussy cut. I am not a fussy cutter, and I did this a lot in my Easter crafts and in my spring crafts. So what I did was I put this in my scanner bed of my printer and scanned it and then uploaded it to Cricut and then did an offset. So I sped through that because, again, I do have a video not related to this one but a different one, and I'll be sure to share that with you guys here in the upcoming week or so. So stay tuned for that. That is coming for sure to the channel. So what we're gonna do is, I mean, if you're anything like me, sorry, I'm just trying to find my glue. If you're anything like me, I really hate fussy cutting. I am just not a fan, and I just don't like it. So anyway. Ooh, that is sticky. So what we're going to do is we're going to add some glue to this. Okay. Now you can cover the holes if you want with some wood filler, but it's, I actually, so when I did the offset, sorry, I had to concentrate, but when I did the offset, I had to add, it took an account of that circle, and what I should have done is welded a circle with this and then offset, and then I wouldn't have to add it, but regardless, it still worked out just fine. If you want a video tutorial, I can certainly make one. Just let me know in the comments section of how to do this bunny, because the video that I'm referring to that I made that we'll be posting here soon is a little bit more advanced. Not more advanced, just more involved, because basically I line text along the curve of something, and it's not just like, like a simple curve. It's like it's like a goose, or yeah, a goose. So if you want something simple like this, because this was fairly easy, I can absolutely do that for you, you guys. I'm gonna put this like this because I like the order that I have this. I can make a quick tutorial. I just need to make sure there's enough people that are wanting to see how I do this, because I did a lot in these Easter craft videos that I am posting, because I want to utilize my cardstock. I have a lot of it, and I just want to make sure that I take advantage of it. Now, this is completely my choice to have an offset. You don't have to have an offset. You can have it cut the complete perimeter, or the actual size of it. But I liked, since this is I have that wood look there. There's a piece of hair there. I chose to offset it so you can have that wood trim around the bunnies. So that, obviously, you can paint the bunnies, or do whatever. I want to start using more cardstock in my crafts and utilize it, because there's no way I'm going to use it to make cards. Like, I won't have the time. Okay, so there's those bunnies, so that's done. So then I have some text that I want to go ahead and add to this, and let's just get that weeded out. Okay. Thought this green really matched the cardstock, and I don't think this video, no, it's definitely not this video. Next week's video, Easter crafts, I did something similar to this project, but different. And I didn't use my cardstock collection. I actually found digital background paper and printed that and used that because I wasn't vibing with what I wanted to do for that project. I wasn't vibing with the cardstock that I had. And so I went ahead and printed the digital paper. So stay tuned to next week. And it created a cool, well, you'll just have to wait. I'm really excited about that one actually and sharing that with you all because it is so super duper cute. I cannot wait to share that with you all. Okay. So you can glue this directly on here, but I am not going to do that, and here's why. I like to reuse my blanks just to have the longevity of them, or so I can have them, you know, longer. But sometimes I don't like to reuse them because I just like I like the crafts. And other times it's because the craft is just too, you know, by peeling up the vinyl, it kind of ruins the blanks sometimes. But if I can help it, I will make it where it's temporary, but also able to make it last throughout that season. This is probably something that I'll be keeping, so I probably won't have to do this. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to add, since I'm not going to glue it directly on there, I am going to add these foam squares, and I'm only going to add 2 because I want, yeah, that's going to be enough, 2 will be enough, because I want some dimension on them, okay? And plus, these foam squares will make it easier for me to lift up if I do end up wanting to take this apart and do something different next year. So instead of just gluing it down with my hot glue. But again, if you know this is something that you want to make permanent because you want to do it or use it every year, then, you know, by all means, glue it down. But I like the fact that it casts a shadow, and you guys can definitely see it because of my lights. But yeah, so that's what I want to do. Okay, so I can't determine if I want them to sit all the way at the bottom to make my life a little easier or have them come up a little bit. And I might make it, yeah, I think I'll have them come up just a smidge. So I'm going to bring over my trash can here. And then, there we go. Let's see. I always like to start with the outer edge, and I have to apologize if my head gets in there. There. Yeah, that's going to be perfect. Okay. Oops. And then let's do the next one. Very good. And then the last one. And what would be really cute is to create, if you want to create a garland, you can do a bunch of these. I mean, since you already have the cut file that you created, you can make a garland, which would be so super cute. Okay, must have been off of my spacing just a little bit. It's okay. There we go. Perfect. And then not going to fall out. Awesome. All right, so then let's get some transfer tape. And honestly, if you wanted some wordless decor, you could 100% center this in that, and this could be just your decor. I mean, I might even do that off camera and do another, just to have this, you know, throughout the house. I mean, you could do different cardstock patterns in one room and another in another room. And this pack came with a lot, so you definitely could be making a lot with it. You could add a little pom-poms to make it a bunny butt. I think that would be super cute. Very, very cute. Probably should have trimmed this down, actually. Well, it's kind of too late because that's going to be kind of hard to... Let me line this up. Definitely should have trimmed down my transfer tape, because it made it a little difficult, but that's all right. We sure got it. Oop. Oh, That does not want to stay down. There we go. Looking good. And the last one, I don't think I scraped it down really good. Oh my goodness. That is so stinking adorable. I love how this turned out. Oh, I'm definitely going to be making another one. And I'm just going to have just the bunnies. What do you guys think? I think this is a great start to our craft projects. Our next project is a simple one. We are going to, so what I did was, I have this embroidery hoop. In fact, I got to take the little tag off here. Oops. To come back and maybe get that taken care of. But this is like such an easy project. And then I'm going to put some ribbon on here too. Let me just, I'll get that later and clean that up. But what I did is I found this SVG file. It's actually a bundle and super pretty, super cute, and just trying to make something easy, like an easy quick craft, or come up with an easy quick craft. And so what I did is I just did this as a print and cut because I really like whoever designed this. I like the colors that the person has chosen, and you most certainly can do like an actual wood round and then apply vinyl if you wanted to, because this is 8 inches and print and cut on 12 by 12 or on 8.5 by 11 will not work. So my printer, I have an Epson 15,000 I use for large scale printing. So it prints tabloid size, which is I think 11 by 17 or 12 by 12, which is what I did. And it did just fine. So there's that. So if you don't have you know, a big enough printer, then just do some vinyl and get yourself, you know, a wood round. Okay, so I'm just gonna put that flat down. Kind of gotta hurry up and get that on there. Okay, got some ribbon. Eventually I got it to work. This ribbon was in my stash. It's more than likely probably from Hobby Lobby. It's been in there for a couple years. So Hobby Lobby or Michael's, one of the two. Okay, so I think I'm just going to, I wonder if I should do a bow actually. This is not going to be my bow, but I kind of want to see, what do you guys think? Or should we, no, I think we just, yeah, we won't do it. And then we'll just kind of hang it like that. So I'll just put a little glue here. And then we will crisscross that like so. Be careful. We don't want to, you know what, let's have it go this way. Okay. I think before I do that, let me glue this down. I'm kind of doing this backwards, but it'll be okay. Okay, so I'll do that like this. Okay, that's the way I want to do it. I had it backwards again. But we got it. Don't you all worry about that. Go down even further. Okay. I haven't done this in quite some time, so it's been a minute. And obviously, you know, you just want it to hang like this. I'm just going to go ahead and add some more glue so that way it doesn't bend back like that. Okay, so there is my little door hanger, or just a wall hanger in general, like whatever you want to do. And if you're looking for a quick project, just find an SVG or a PNG file and you have yourself, you know, a quick and easy decor. Okay, let's move on to an iron-on project. Okay, I found these really pretty napkins from Hobby Lobby, and I really like the green. I feel like it's nice and springy and also Eastery, if that's even a word. And yeah, we are going to just do some quick ironing on. I've had this pad that you get 4 of them, and I'm just going to leave them folded. I think I'm just going to make this easy on me. And let's see here. Here's the iron-on. I've had this in my craft room for years, so I'm hoping it still will be fine. And I just went ahead and found these really cute silhouettes of a bunny, and they have like a little tail that you need to weed out. There's that one. That was my mini press that I was just trying to iron on. And I'll just do one on camera and then I'll go ahead and get the others done. Or I may just speed up the video. I don't know, would you guys want to see that process? I feel like you've seen one, you've seen them all, right? Okay. I'm just going to open it up and I'm going to iron directly onto my glass mat. Ideally, you know, you probably would want to use a heating pad for a heat pad and do it that way. But see, now I kind of wish I didn't open this up because now I'm thinking, how do I want to have this positioned? I think this would be like a cute little fun surprise for the dinner table. We never really had cloth, we never used cloth napkins. But this seems like a good reason to start. So down the lower left and then centered. Okay, I think that's what we'll end up doing. Okay. So because this is a pattern iron-on, it's not sticky on the back. So if you need to, use some tape and make sure it is heat resistant. You don't want to use regular tape, right? Okay. I don't know if they still make this pattern iron-on, so I do apologize if they no longer make it. But again, it's, you know, I like to use up my scraps and not buy any more vinyl until I use it. Use up what I have, I should say. So I'm using medium heat and just applying just medium pressure and getting that all done. Okay, I think that's good. I'm gonna go ahead and move it away from that warm area. The other part of my glass mat is cooled, so this will cool it down a lot faster, which it's already cooled down enough for me to peel it. And there we go. Just a simple decor. And again, this doesn't technically have to be just for Easter, right? So if you don't celebrate Easter, you can totally do for spring, and this would be really pretty on a plate setting. Okay, so I have 3 more I have to do, and again, I'll just do them off camera so you don't have to watch me do it. And so let's go ahead and I'll get that done. Give me 1 second. Okay, this ironed on with no problem at all. So here are all 4 napkins. Really cute, and I love that the greens just, they matched up so well. So really excited to put this on our table for Easter dinner. This next project, another easy one, well, ish. So what I did was I did a print and cut. You don't have to do print and cut. You can, well, if you're using SVG, then yes, you would. Or you could probably do it in Word, but if you're Cricut, I mean, you might as well use it. And I have this wood box from Dollar Tree, and we're just gonna go ahead and put this in here. Oh, looks like I need to cut this down just a little bit. I swear. Let's see, just let me make sure. No, I definitely need to trim it down just a little bit here. Okay, so getting out my paper trimmer and just literally just a smidge. I think that's going to be probably not enough. Yeah. Ugh. Okay, that wasn't too much. Okay, I'm going to go off just a little bit on the other side. Literally a 32nd, maybe a 16th. I mean, these are really thin pieces. And then I'm going to take off just a little bit at the bottom. Okay, let's see how well that fits in there. That fits in there. Okay, I do need to trim off just a little bit. You know, these, I mean, you buy it even at, not Dollar Tree, but even at like Hobby Lobby, you buy their blanks. They're not perfectly squared. I mean, they're cheaply made, charged overpriced, but I digress. But anyway, literally just don't want to take off too much. It's okay. We will make it happen. Okay, so you'll notice, get that back out there. Okay, so you'll notice that I have Somebody Loves You, and it's justified towards the top. And I did that on purpose because I have some letters. Actually, before I even put my tape on her, oh my goodness, I'm skipping ahead here. Hang on, we're gonna do some splattering. Okay, so let me get, whoa. We're going to do different types of splattering. We're going to be doing black, and I'm going to do it this way, and then maybe some gold. I haven't quite decided that just yet. Okay. And I'm just going to put a little bit on here. It literally does, that's way too much. Oh crud, I got it on me. Hold on, I don't want this to be all on my fingers. I'll have to clean up my fingers. It stains really fast. Yeah, I gotta wash them, so okay. It's just not my day to keep a craft room clean apparently. And then I'm gonna be using some water. I need to do this to my cars more often, but I hate the mess it makes. Look at you, see, it's even gotten on me. Splat box is supposed to keep it contained. Oh my goodness, you guys. Okay, well, it happens. Okay. All right, tap some of it off. Last time I did this, which is why I haven't done this in a while, I got it like all over my computer. I'm like, how? I had this splat box and I even had it going the wrong way. Okay, I think that's plenty. I don't want to overdo it. Okay, so now that I have that done, just gonna clean that off a little bit. Look, I see you got it on my, oh my goodness. Okay, definitely gonna have to clean this up. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add some gold to this. Oh man, it definitely, sorry. I don't want this to stain. It definitely stained it. Oh, nuts. Okay, well, lesson learned. This is, I forget where I got this from. I'm sure it's from like one of the card making sites. And then I am going to just dab, hang on, this is really where I should have put it on. Just gonna dab just a little bit. I really don't need a whole lot. I'm gonna spray it down. Okay. And then mix that. Probably need a little bit more. I wonder if you really even need to wet it down, to be honest. It's pretty liquidy, so maybe you don't. Okay. And then this will give it a good gold glitter, not glitter, but good metallic look. I kind of want to do more. Okay, that's good. Somebody loves you. Love it. Let me get cleaned up, and then we'll continue on. And this needs to dry too, and then we'll continue on with the crafts. Okay, what we're going to do, I have letters H, O, P, H, there's O. I thought about doubling them up. Let's see. And there's P. To make them super thick. Oh, tabletop trash can there. And let's see. Yeah, I'm afraid the glue will, well, okay, the idea is to put hop here. You know what, actually I don't need to double it up. I think it will be just fine. And then I am just going to add some double-sided tape to the back of here. You can add some glue if you wanted to. I'm just adding my double-sided tape. And let's see, is this dry? For the most part it is. Okay, so I'm gonna be very careful in case it's not 100% dry. And I'm just gonna let that fall in there. Oh, there was one little piece that was not dry, but that's okay. Just kind of stay away from that area. All part of their charm. Okay, so that looks good. And then the idea is to have the words HOP kind of, you know, right there. Now you could paint it to give you contrast, but I am actually not going to, and I'm just using this for spatial purposes. Okay, so I just want to add some hot glue. I just kind of want it to be there, but not stealing the show, right? So I got to put this up because I got to see what I'm doing. So I do apologize, but I promise I will show you all. So there's H. Okay, let's do O. Actually, let's do P. I always like to do my ends first, like I said earlier in the video. Okay, and then we'll put P right there. Okay, there's P, and then the O is going to go right dab in the middle. Okay, and I apologize that you guys can't see this, but again, it's just gonna be easier for me to put it this way. Have gravity help me. Okay, so I'm gonna let that stay still. Now, I thought about either using some twine, or, and I thought I brought my twine in, but I guess I didn't. I guess not. Okay, so there's what that looks like. Again, I'm kind of afraid to lay it down. Hold on one second. Oh yeah, it's pretty still. So there's what that looks like. Isn't that kind of cool? Now, if you did what I did and missed an area where you thought you were dry, just use your white jelly pen and draw on top of it. It kind of takes it away, kind of. Yeah, I'll do another layer once the belly pen dries, but let's see here. You know what? I was going to do black and my other one. I see where my twine is at. Hold on one second. Okay, so I just did like a double finger bow, and with the black, I might add the twine. You can see that I already did that, and I'm just going to go ahead and, sorry, I have my keyboard. There's a YouTuber I watch just for the finger bow tutorial. I will, if I remember, I will try to link her video. It's so informative, and there's no way I'm going to bring it to my channel because she does a way better job than I do. So that is why I don't think I got that on there really well. Just think that is so stinking adorable. So if you're not a big pastel fan, let me move my keyboard out of the way. If you're not a big pastel fan, this is a great alternative. And I'm just waiting for that glue to dry. I definitely need to trim that. What do we think? Should we add that? I don't know. I think I'm gonna leave it off. I don't think I'm gonna add it because I don't know. I don't think it really needs it, but I love how this turned out. It's so stinking cute. Oh my goodness. There's some like threads that was on there, and that gold, I probably would have, let me color that again here. I probably would have added the gold splatters instead of the white, but you know, there's not much that I can do about that. I think it just made it worse. My goodness. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to add some faux to kind of take the distraction away. What do you guys think? I don't know. It's just my perfection in me that needs to fix that. But as you guys can see, I don't do perfection. So, all right, let's go into the next craft. Okay, I have this little table decor slash, you can put some foods on there if you want. It's hand wash only. I'm just going to use, sorry, I'm looking for my rubbing alcohol. I'm just going to use this for decor and have it maybe be propped up with a little stand, or just have it sit somewhere. Either way, it would look super cute. That's from Hobby Lobby, and I just went ahead and found an SVG that I like, and we're just going to apply that to our little bunny here. So sorry, I was a little off here. Let me just get this weeded out. There we go. This is tech wrap vinyl. I don't know if it's new. This color is new to them. I'm sure it's not, but it's new to me. I found it on Amazon, and if I find it in my orders, I will be sure to link it. I just think this pink is so pretty, and definitely will be I definitely have used it a lot in my Easter, like all my Easter and spring video or crafts are all set. I just got to record, and this is like video 1 for me, and I'm excited to use that pink vinyl. I had it sit in my craft room for a while, mainly because I haven't been able to craft in a while due to personal things going on, and so I'm happy to get back in the craft room and use up, or to get my crafts done. I actually have a video like that I'll be recording at some point and then posting after all the Easter and the spring crafts are done, stuff that needs to get out of my craft room slash storage area. So I bought it prior to some personal things going on, and I knew it was going to sit there for a while, and it's just bothering me, and I need to get it out. So there are going to kind of be some random, after all the spring and Easter crafts are done, I'm going to have a really random craft with me night where I'm just getting some random stuff done. Some decor, some not decor. Maybe there's a spring craft in there. I don't know. I can't remember. I did it a few days ago. Just haven't had time to record it. So, okay. So let's just get this kind of centered in here because it does cave up, or it does slope up a little bit. So I'm going to try to avoid that. Although it's not going to be the end of the world if it does do that, because the vinyl will take the shape on. Like, I just got it curved up a little bit, but that's all right. Okay. Now this no longer is food safe. You can maybe put your jelly bellies here. That would be kind of cute. Or if you want, you could put your jelly or your sentiment here, or your whatever vinyl here, and then you got a bigger space for your jelly bellies. Or you could put your jelly bellies here and like wrap candy here. I mean, whatever you like to eat. I haven't had jelly bellies in forever. Now I kind of want some. So, okay. That one was an easy one. I like that. Love the color with this cream ceramic and this natural wood. Okay, I think I have 2 more crafts. So let me get this put away, and then we'll bring out the second to last craft. Y'all know me, well, maybe you don't, but I do not like painting. I found this little bunny container from Hobby Lobby, because I don't really need to peel that off, but I like it, but I don't like the brown. And so what I'm gonna do is I used my I used my printer to scan this in, okay, and I got these 2. Now the reason why I have 2 is because I can't quite determine if I want to do an offset or do it fully covered. Okay, so that's why I did that. So I did it with the egg as well, right? And let me make sure that this is all right. Yep, that's good. So just because I really don't like to paint, if I'm being honest, if I could avoid painting and just do cardstock, that's what I'm gonna do. So let me put this on here. Okay, got that very off, but I think I'll be able to get away with it, right? Hopefully. Yeah, and it doesn't matter because, to be honest, I'm gonna bring in these pom-poms. If these hopefully are familiar to you, I used them for Valentine's Day, and I thought that I would just go ahead and use them for Easter as well. Okay, so I think that should be full. Let me put this little eggie on here. Again, another easy craft. Yeah, I think that looks good. Okay, and then I'm gonna move that here. Okay, so now the question is, do I want to do an offset? So here's what that offset looks like, right? Let me just try to get this. Okay, so it's not perfect. I don't think my scanner did a great job, but it's better than tracing it. I wouldn't be able to trace the inside of it. So there's the offset. So what do you guys think? Should we do that? I mean, I know you can't give me real-time feedback, but, or should I do it completely covered. I think I know my answer. I think I like it completely covered. Yeah, I think that's the way to go. And I'm just leaving this as is. I am not going to add any vinyl. You most certainly can. I'm not going to. You could take this a step further and add like pink to the ears. There's so much you could do to this, but sometimes keeping it simple, keeping it easy is going to be your best friend. You could do spray, well, no, I wouldn't do spray adhesive. I was going to say you could spray this, but then you're going to get gunk all over that, so you don't want to do that. Never mind. And then I'm just going to kind of put that on there. Definitely would use some liquid adhesive, not hot glue, because you'll see the bead of hot glue, but also it gives you a chance to move it around like I am moving around right now. And you don't even have to do this if you're not tech savvy or don't have a printer or a scanner. You can, there's a workaround that actually if you don't have a scanner, and I'm showing it in a video coming here soon, but you can just paint it. I just didn't want to paint it. So or you could do a different color other than white, right? And then you could do another color and offset it, and which actually that is kind of cool. I like that offset. That kind of, well, let's do it. It kind of gives a dimension to that. So I'm actually going to go ahead and be bold, and why not? I have it. Now, if you're doing this and you just want to do one layer, I would recommend not using printer paper. You want to use a heavyweight cardstock. I believe this is 80-pound cardstock. It's just cardstock that I got from Hobby Lobby, and you know, you're good to go, because you don't want that brown to show, because it's going to look like you need to add another layer of paint. You could use a fun pattern paper, you know, dress it up however you want, but I'm keeping this, you know, relatively simple. There we go. I like the offset. That's actually kind of cool. There we go. Look how sweet that is. And it was so easy. I mean, I know that it may sound complicated to scan it and then do the work in Design Space, but you couldn't even trace this because you still would need to get that the internal pieces. Well, I guess you could, you know, anyway, to me, I love computers. I'm good. I'm tech savvy, so this was not a problem for me. I got another little hole. I gotta fix that. All right, well, let's go into the last project. Oh, and also, I was gonna also add this to it, but I don't know. I was gonna go around the perimeter, and should I do that? Or is that gonna be too much? Like, it's just gonna have it go around just the perimeter. No, I'm not going to do it. But what I am going to do is I'm going to add this cute bow that I did for the other project and just add it there. How sweet is that? Oh my goodness. I love it. Easy peasy. Okay, let's get into the last craft project. Okay, the last project, I want to use my stamps because I like to use my stamps in with my decor. So I have this stamp and die set from Simon Says Stamp, Bunny Butt Peekaboo. How cute is that? So we have the coordinating dies. I think we're just going to go ahead and do the face though. And then, or I might do, I don't know, I'm not sure which one I'm going to do, so stay tuned. And then I also have some vinyl that we're going to add on there because I wanted it to be, I wanted some gold foil. So let's just get this out of the way because this was going to be fairly easy to do. And I just went ahead and wrote Happy Easter. Although now that I'm thinking about it, I should probably have done Hoppy. There are sentiments on here, but I wanted it to be foiled and I didn't want to do embossing. And I don't have any embossing foil plates for Easter, so at least that's going to make sense for this. Okay, and so it's just going to say Happy Easter. And this actually came in a set of, I think, 5 or 6. This is Martha Stewart, actually, and you can have it right there, or you can hang it. And they come in like a, you'll see some of them actually on the channel coming here soon. And it's not painted. I went ahead and just added cardstock. Again, you guys know me. And you can paint this. In fact, I did paint one, so that's coming here soon. But I'm leaving it the natural wood. I like that, especially since my bunny is going to be, I think we're going to leave our bunny white. I don't know, I haven't quite decided that. So that's just gonna go there. And then I need to stamp this. So I'm gonna bring out my Misty. So if you are a card maker, use your stamps to make decor. I did it back, gosh, I think I did it, I don't know, I did it like a year ago or something like that. It was a while ago, and I'm actually going to go do both because I have an idea if I'm going to do the, if I am going to go do the bunny butt, I want to bring in one of those pom-poms. I think that would be super cute. But you could also, there's some jelly beans there, some flowers, oh sorry, and Easter eggs. So you can most certainly do that as well. Okay. So, or if you don't, if you're not a stamper, no big deal. Just find a design in Design Space and, you know, do your thing. I don't know. I like to use them. If I don't get a chance to use them in a card, then I like to use them in my decor. So, you know, maybe I'll do a, you know, this would be a really cute gift. If you're gifting, you could do this for a gift and then use a card and with your stamp set. So that's always an idea. Okay, and it would be really cool that they would coordinate. And I'm using Memento Tuxedo Black because I'm going to be coloring a little bit and I don't want my ink to smear. Okay, that looks good. Let me get this cleaned up and then we'll just do a little bit of coloring. Again, basic coloring. I'm using R20 for the inside of the ears. Let me get that colored in. Okay, and then I'm using R32 just for my shade darker. I'm just gonna flicker some up and then come back in with my light and kind of blend that in. Okay, so I'm gonna do the same thing for the other ear. Come in, flicker some of that up, and then blend. Perfect. And then I'm gonna do the little cheeks. Rosy them up. That looks cute. Now the top one doesn't really need much work. I'm just gonna add, bring in my CO and just add a little bit of shading. I'm just not really, I mean, you guys probably can't tell if I have any, or tell that I'm adding it, but you can a little bit. It's not, it's very minor, not a whole lot. I'm just kind of adding some where I think would make sense, and I'm not even like trying to be careful about it. Does that make sense? So I think that's it. Easy peasy. Okay, so bringing that in, I definitely think I'll be doing this one, but we'll die cut this out. Now this die is a little weird. I don't know why they have this little piece here. It doesn't make sense to me because like I don't understand what that's for. So, which, you know what that means? I had to fussy cut it. I probably should have just not bought the dies and just used my Cricut to fussy cut it. But That's quite all right. Okay, decided to go with this one, and I actually originally was going to have this on top and this on bottom, but I think it'd be kind of cute if the bunny sits on the Happy Easter. I think that would be super sweet. So since I'm applying vinyl on paper, because again, that's not a painted surface, I'm going to use a light grip transfer tape, and just use that. Okay, now I'm not a big fan of this transfer tape because it's hard to see, but it does, and I'm hoping the foil will transfer without a problem. Okay. Oop. And I think I need to go ahead and trim this down. There's that. There we go. Okay. Alright, not too bad. Okay, wonderful. And then bringing this over now. Oop, almost just ruined this whole project. Definitely think we should go about right there. Okay, let's hope we get this. This definitely would have been cuter if I would have put a hobby. I mean, I could switch it now, but meh, it's fine. Okay, I think that looks good. So what I'll do is press down. There we go. Look at that foil. See, isn't that pretty? Oh, love it. Okay, so then I was thinking of having it go on to, oh shoot, I think I did it too high. Oh, I should have done it a little bit lower. Oh, I was thinking I was thinking it was too low too. I guess I was not paying attention. Dang it. Alright friends, I went ahead and redid it. Not gonna lie, this is my third time redoing it. I got the word Happy Easter super crooked and way more crooked than I have way more crooked than I have it right now because it's slightly going downhill. I don't know what it is, but I always go downhill this way. But I'm not redoing it, and I think it turned out pretty good. Also, I wanted to take notes that I ended up going a little bit lighter on the ears, so I used R30 and R20 for the ears instead of the other pink, and I thought that that turned out super pretty, and I love this. Okay, all right, that's the last craft for today's video. Let me go ahead and bring out all the crafts so we can see them as a collective. Here they all are, and oh my goodness, I think it turned out so super cute. I mean, I know we have a couple Happy Easters, but they're not gonna be obviously next to each other, and I don't know, I just love this lineup, and this is such a great start to this video. Again, you can use these and not have any text, and they could just use it as decor, which I might do in another video. You could even keep this way more on the simplistic side and just have Happy Easter right smack dab in the center, so you don't even have to add any images if you don't want it, if you didn't want to. But anyways, I love this lineup, and I don't know if I can top this. Let me know what you guys think, and of course I'm curious which craft project was your favorite, and are you going to make any of these? Okay, thanks for watching. I will catch you all in the next card or craft video. Bye!